Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about my hair transplant surgery that I got in Istanbul, Turkey. So I flew from DC to Istanbul, Turkey to get a hair transplant. It was about a 10-hour flight. The flight was long. The food was good. They serve you Mediterranean food, Turkish food, on the plane. When I got there, um, there was a driver that was waiting for me, but he was actually waiting for me. I had to go up to someone and let them know that I was waiting for a driver. I waited for maybe 30 to 40 minutes for the driver to actually show up. So when they did show up, there was someone else who flew in from the States who was also going to the same clinic I was going to get the hair transplant surgery. So they claimed that it was supposed to be a 5-star hotel. It wasn't 5-star. Maybe I'll say 3 when I got to the hotel. Yeah, some of the wallpaper was peeling off in the hallways. The person who was also coming from the States to get their hair transplant done, they noticed in their room they had like the mirror was cracked. They had like peelings coming off on the wall. My room was okay, wasn't nothing wrong with my room. But yeah, so it definitely wasn't 5-star. I found this clinic on Instagram. The little hair clinics that just be popping up, and so I decided to go with that clinic. So yeah, so the next day they had someone to come pick us up. It was like a shuttle bus. It was maybe like 5 people who was going to the same clinic to get the hair transplant done. So it took about 8 hours. It was a long day, an 8-hour procedure. When they numb you in your head, it is so painful. I felt like they were scalping me. That's how painful it was. They put a big needle in your head and inject you with, I guess, local anesthesia, but it's so painful. You feel everything. I was clenching. My neck was hurting on the table, laying down on the table. The table was so uncomfortable. It was so narrow and small, but it literally felt like she was scalping my head. After the numbing process, and they started, taking hairs out the donor area, like I didn't feel anything. But she had to numb me really, really good. She numbed me for maybe 10 minutes, injecting me with local anesthesia to make sure I couldn't feel anything. And I was laying on that table for maybe 8 hours. So it was a long process. After the process, they give you some food to eat. Well, actually, they gave me some food during the process, so they stopped during the procedure so you can have lunch. And then they take you back to the hotel. I went back to the hotel and I just chilled and relaxed. So this is crazy. I did bring my phone charger, but I didn't bring a European converter charger with me, and that's something you definitely need when you're going, outside the country. I asked one of my friends who also got a hair transplant out there. They told me I didn't need a converter charger, so I just brought my regular charger. But when I got to the hotel room, everything was European sockets. So luckily, the person who was on the shuttle with me, who flew in from the States as well, I think he flew in from Atlanta, and we wound up getting on the same shuttle bus to go to the same clinic. He had a converter charger, so he was nice enough to allow me to charge my phone every day. I would leave from my room, go upstairs to his room and charge my phone, which was very convenient. Without him, I don't know what I would have done. So that was cool. But yeah, I flew in that Thursday, and then arrived on that Friday because Istanbul is a 10-hour, no, is it it's a 10-hour flight, but it's 7 hours ahead of East Coast time. So I had a late flight from DC. So when I arrived in Istanbul, it was the next day. Yeah, I got my procedure done Saturday, and then I flew out Sunday. And Sunday, they take you back to the clinic early in the morning to get your hair washed, to do the initial wash and everything. And then after the wash, they took me to the airport. So I was only there for a couple of days. But yeah, this is going on my 4th week. And so you could pretty much see there's no scabbing or anything. The implanted hair is growing little by little. So yeah, hopefully I'm excited to see the remaining results on the progress. I also got my crown area done. So this is how my crown area looks. This is my hairline. I got my hairline done, and then also some on the sides. But yeah, my head has been itching like crazy. It's been so itching. I just been washing my hair, trying to relieve it, oiling it with the oil products that they gave me, but it's still itching. So hopefully that will die down. But for the first 2 weeks, I would lay on my back. They give you like a neck pillow to use because you're supposed to lay on your back. So I've been laying on my back, making sure I didn't mess up the grafts or anything. Yeah, and then the scabs started to fall off like within the 2nd week. I still noticed like in the 3rd week I still had some scabs, so I was just washing my hair really good, and they eventually came off and showed my implanted hairs. But my head has just been itching like crazy. You know, you can't really like scratch your hair or anything, so with my head itching, it's also have been kind of dry. So I had to make sure that I moisturize my hair a lot with oil. But yeah, this is my 4th week progress. And I'm just looking forward to, you know, the filling in process. I noticed some hair has been shedding. I should be going in my shedding stage right now, and I noticed just a little bit of hair started to shed, not too much. But yeah, so I will keep you guys updated. And until the next video.